Welcome. Alharu Manga Hub Chanel.
I'm planning to marry Satoru, so let's get a divorce, okay? Work and private life are two different things, so you keep working here, right?
I'm quitting too. Here, I already filled out the divorce papers and my resignation letter.
What?
My name's Keiichi Sato, and I work at a glass processing factory called Dokito Glass. Hey, what's up? Wait, Reiko? Satoru?
Oh, Keiichi. Guess you caught us, huh?
Well, we work at the same company, so it was only a matter of time before you found out, right? I'd heard the rumors about you two, so it really was true.
I mean, you were always busy with work, and we barely spent any time together. Plus, we don't have kids, so I got lonely, you know. I'm planning to marry Satoru, so let's get a divorce, okay? Thanks for the 10 years we've been together.
I was working non-stop because your father asked me to meet his expectations. And you were the one who said you didn't want kids because of your age. I figured this would happen, so I agreed to the divorce.
Oh, but you know, it's pretty common for divorced couples to still work at the same company. Work and private life are two different things, so you'll keep working here, right?
Man, you really think everything's gonna go your way, huh?
Not really.
I'm quitting too. Here, I already filled out the divorce papers and my resignation letter. I'll also be filing for damages, so just be ready for that.
What?
Wait, you had both of those ready? Other employees had already tipped me off that something was going on between you two. I just needed to catch you in the act. I prepped everything so I could hand it over the moment your relationship became obvious. But work and private life are separate, right?
Yeah! Quitting on the spot is just way too sudden, don't you think?
Nah, I've been getting everything ready for weeks. I've already got my next job lined up, so there's no problem. No way!
Can you at least not leave the company? You promised my dad you'd give your all to the company ever, since you married me.
That's right. There are plenty of technicians who look up to you, Keiichi. If you quit all of a sudden...
I did like this company, and I do have some attachment to it. But you two were the ones who treated me like I didn't matter. Trying to make yourselves happy while trampling others. That's just plain selfish. I've been handing off my work to others for a while now. From here on, I'm just gonna use up my paid leave and then I'm out. I won't be coming back.
No way!
If you're that determined, I guess there's no stopping you. Reiko, you still have me after all.
Yeah, you're right.
Glad to see you two getting along so well, even in a mess like this. Anyway, that's that. Good luck.
We'll be fine, right?
And just like that, I left Dokito Glass. But it turns out my ties with those two weren't completely severed yet. Hello? I'm thinking I'll give that offer some serious thought.
Really? Thanks. I look forward to your positive reply.
Alright, time to start getting everything in order so I don't let them down. A few weeks later, I started working at Tokimeki Construction.
Man, I'm so glad you joined us, Keiichi. It's amazing to have someone come in and be this ready to go from day one. See? My instincts weren't wrong, right?
I'm grateful Noah reached out to me, but honestly, I still have a lot to learn.
What are you talking about? For us, pushing forward to develop our own glass products? And enter the glass market, having a real expert on board is a huge deal.
And the fact that you're a certified chief electrical engineer is a big plus too. With the expansion of our business and the factory getting bigger, I was starting to think it was too much for me to handle alone. Keiichi, now that you're going to be helping out too, it's a real lifesaver.
I didn't expect you two to speak so highly of me. If there's anything I can do to help, I'll give it my all, so please, count on me.
I knew you would totally crush it if you joined us, Keiichi.
I appreciate it, Noah.
We used to just be business partners when you were at Dokito Glass, but now we're going to be teammates. Let's crush it together.
Yeah, for sure. However, a little while after that. What's with you two just barging in like this?
You're Keiichi's ex-wife and her boyfriend, right? What do you want from Keiichi?
We didn't just barge in for no reason. Tokimeki Construction had been using our glass for years. Why did you cancel the contract?
Don't tell me you ended things because we didn't treat Keiichi right.
Please
You really think we'd cancel a business contract over something that personal? Work and personal life are completely separate. Accusing us like that is way out of line.
Then why?
So, are you saying you found a different glass processing company that does a better job and decided to go with them?
No, that's not it. At Tokimeki Construction, we've been working for years on developing our own line of glass products. We'd been researching ways to manufacture the glass for our windows and doors in-house.
With Keiichi's expert advice, we finally just completed the project recently. Our glass is stronger than Dokito glasses, and it insulates better, making it ideal for keeping indoor temperatures comfortable. We decided to part ways with Dokito glass since our product is of better quality.
No way. You mean you actually managed to develop glass that's better than ours?
Well, it definitely helped that Keiichi joined our team. I see. Wait, did we just lose someone super important to our company?
After that, our glass factory went into full operation, and we started using our own glass for regular housing projects too.
The customers who brought homes with our new glass have been giving it rave reviews, saying it's durable, keeps the heat in, resists dirt, and is easy to maintain. Word's spreading, and even some of our existing customers are asking if they can upgrade just the glass. This project is a total success. As part of sales, I'll work hard to make sure I communicate how great it is to all our customers.
I'll make sure we keep producing top quality glass too.
Yeah, I really want to keep this momentum going.
Guys, we're counting on all of you.
While we at Tokimeki Construction were gaining momentum with the success of our new project, over at Dokito Glass,
Losing the Tokimeki construction contract really dealt us a heavy blow.
Yeah. Sales have been told to go all out trying to find new clients, but landing a deal the size of Tokimeki Construction isn't exactly easy.
We discussed future production numbers in the production management department, and it looks like output is going to drop by nearly 30%. We've got to do something.
You look troubled, Reiko.
Dad!
This contract loss is a major crisis for our company, too. I had left production management under your control, but now our expenses are skyrocketing.
Expenses? What kind?
The cost of outsourcing a chief electrical engineer.
Wait, but we have our own factory. Shouldn't we have one in-house?
Have you two forgotten about something? Our chief electrical engineer was Keiichi.
Oh.
Right.
I've already heard from Keiichi himself why he quit. You two caused this mess, so you'll need to take responsibility.
Okay. I understand.
What should we do, Reiko? I never thought Keiichi leaving would have this big of an impact.
I'll give orders to sales. We need to cast a wider net and sign more contracts, even small ones. Even if one deal doesn't match Tokimeki Construction's size, if we add them up, we can cover the loss.
Got it. I'll do my best to bring in as many contracts as I can. So we just need to boost the number of contracts, right?
Exactly. And I'll also have production management rearrange the workflow and delivery schedules so we can finish and ship faster than before. We're gonna crank up the contracts, pump up the shipments, and boost our profits.
And so, Dokito Glass threw all their energy into sales and production speed. However,
Satoru, are we really doing the right thing here? Everyone in sales is pushing hard and the number of contracts keeps going up, but...
Yuji, so you're feeling it too, huh? Yeah, the number of contracts and shipments have gone up, and the factory's running faster too, but...
Everyone in sales seems to be working really hard, huh?
Reiko, perfect timing.
Are we really sure this is the right approach?
What do you mean by that?
I heard the factory's been cranking up production to keep pace with all the contracts. At this rate, isn't there a risk that the glass quality will drop?
It's fine. We haven't had any complaints. And profits are clearly going up thanks to following my instructions, right?
That's true, but...
Consider my views just like my dad's, the CEO's views. He and I have talked it through and he's on board, so there's no problem, right?
Well, if it's Mr. Zaizen's opinion, I'll follow it. What she's saying does make sense, but is this really okay? Why do I have such a bad feeling about this?
a few weeks later. Excuse me.
Keiichi, it's been a while. What brings such a big group here today?
And subscribe.
We need to discuss something about Dokito's glass products.
Could you call for Reiko Zaizen, the head of production management?
Reiko should be back in the office any minute now.
Oh? What's this about?
Good. I'm glad we could meet so easily. Several homeowners who use Dokito glass products have been coming to Tokimeki Construction for help. It seems like the quality of your glass has dropped lately. There have been cracks, shattering, and even panels slipping out of their frames.
Sure, we've ramped up production, but we don't have any particular reason to think the quality's dropped. Are you seriously saying that? My father barely bumped into a window and the glass shattered, injuring him.
At my house, a gust of wind was enough to crack the glass and let a draft in. It's unlivable now. We could have asked Dokito Glass directly for repairs, but we were worried you'd just replace it with the same bad quality glass. Since Tokimeki Construction is getting a reputation for having high quality glass products, we asked them for help instead.
Her name is Izumi, and he's Tomoya. They're recent customers who use Dokito Glass products. Since their families were injured, they consulted with us, and we're moving forward with the claim for damages against your company. You're suing us?
Izumi and Tomoya showed me the glass that was actually used in their homes. And compared to when I was still working there, the quality of Dokito Glass's products has clearly dropped. I heard you've been getting a lot more contracts lately, but are you really keeping up with production?
Of course we are. If we missed deadlines, it would seriously damage our company's reputation.
Then how do you explain this drop in quality?
Well,
So the thing we were worried about has finally happened.
Sounds like you saw it coming, Satoru.
Yeah, I did.
I'll handle this matter myself.
Dad!
Reiko, I heard you try to boost profits by increasing contract numbers and ramping up production.
That's right. Isn't maximizing profits exactly what you wanted?
No, it's not.
What?
What I want is to provide high-quality glass products we can proudly recommend, even if it means making a little less profit. But you were doing the exact opposite.
No way.
I knew it.
But Satoru, you'll fix this, right? You're the young ace of sales. If you just apologize for the mistake and start selling again, then...
Huh? What are you talking about? I'm out.
Huh? What do you mean?
You kept demanding we take on more and more contracts without caring about how overloaded the sales team was. Even when I raised concerns about the quality of the glass, you completely ignored me. I can't follow someone like that anymore. I'm quitting.
But I thought you loved me.
I told you from the start, I had no intention of getting married. I just figured it'd be nice to get a little closer to you. Honestly, I always felt like our age difference and values were way too far apart anyway.
You've got to be kidding me.
So in the end, Reiko, you were just charging ahead based on your own assumptions. Even back when I was still there, you kept insisting your opinions were the same as your father's. But you and Mr. Zaizen are two completely different people. If you thought your father's influence was your own power, you were way off.
Still, you have to own up to betraying your customers. And hurting Keiichi.
Yeah, exactly. Reiko, you pushed the employees around assuming everything you said reflected my views. This is the price you're paying for, always thinking only about yourself, both at work and in your personal life. Everyone, I sincerely apologize for the trouble my daughter has caused. I'll make sure Reiko and Satoru properly atone for their actions. And the company will also pay any damages owed.
Me?
I have to take responsibility too?
Of course, we're not letting you off that easy. You sold products that didn't meet the promised standards, so you'll have to face the consequences.
Don't think you can just quit the company and walk away, alright?
No way!
After that, Dokito Glass managed to avoid going under, but ended up barely scraping by. Reiko was stripped of her position in product management and demoted to a regular employee. But she couldn't keep up and ended up quitting and shutting herself away at home. Satoru, who tried to run away by quitting, was also hit with a hefty damages bill, and apparently has been struggling to find a new job in the same industry.
If only I'd handled things more sincerely.
If only I hadn't blindly followed Reiko because she was the CEO's daughter.
As for me, I'm enjoying my days working happily at Tokimeki Construction. Hey Noah, I'm already 35 years old.
What are are you talking about? We're classmates. That makes me 35 too, you know.
I want to spend this next chapter of my life with you. What do you say?
Of course, I'd love to.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more interesting videos.